G'day viewers, and welcome to another racing-based preview of this weekend's Thoroughbred racing action. I trust you're all well and have been making a tidy profit on the punt, but if not, hopefully Saturday can be our day and we can stick it to the bookies. Now, firstly, before we get into this week's preview, I just wanted to say a big thanks to some regular followers. A lot of viewers have been giving us positive feedback on these previews, and as much as Rick and I love doing them every week, it's great to see that thousands of viewers around the country are getting a kick out of them and tuning in every week. So a big thanks from us. And speaking of Rick Chapman, unfortunately Rick's unable to join me this week, so I'm flying solo. But after spending the last couple of days with my head in the form and replays, I'm comfortable that I've found quite a few winners for you guys. So let's get into those winners and kick off. We've got 3 group races coming around the country on Saturday. So we'll start at Morphettville with the Spring Stakes. We get to see the return of Happy Trails and Go Indigo, 2 Group 1 winners. On a heavy track, I'm probably going to steer clear of those 2. Happy Trails is a bit of a duffer on a wet track. Go Indigo being by Bernardini, she's not bred to go in the wet. You'd prefer to see both of those go around and get to a bit longer distance. And although there's quite a few handy local types in that could bob up, there's one that really excels in the heavy conditions, and that's Daytona Grey. The Leon McDonald and Andrew Glugas trained gelding has run on a heavy track 4 times with 3 wins and a second. He really does grow an extra leg in the wet, and with a bit of luck in running, he'll be storming down the outside at $6. So value looks pretty good. Conditions should suit. If the track dries out a bit, I'd be steering towards Alcohol, the horse that is. But if it stays at that heavy rating, Daytona Grey is the one you want to be on. So let's kick over to Randwick. We've got the Missile Stakes, Group 2 race, very even contest. I think punters all around the country will be undecided on this one. It's a bit of a draw a ticket out of a hat and hope for the best. I think a lot of people are going to be on Temple of Boom. I can't have him after his recent first up record. His overall first up record looks okay, but if you look at his last 8 first up performances, he's placed twice. And the horses that he's beaten are probably in a lesser grade than the ones he'll meet tomorrow. So that leaves Messine, Burbero, Weary, Liberty's Choice. You know, it's a pretty even pick between that lot. But I think after the last start of Burbero, his flashing second, where he got back too far, he looks the one to beat. I think Burbero will both look in it for a long way. Weary's condition might just give out. He hasn't got a great record on the track. It's a tough one, but I'd stick my neck out and say Burbero there. The other group race of the day is at Flemington. We have the Aurie Star Handicap. Looks a match race between Trust and August and Tony McAvoy's Smart Galloper Shiraz. With fitness on his side, Shiraz is just a clear standout. I tipped you guys Shiraz first up. I think he's paying $4 after his trial. He won, and I suggested to stick with him for the rest of his campaign, and then ended up with egg on my face last time when I jumped off of him being greedy, looking for better odds. But I'm not going to make that same mistake again, and I think we'll stick with Shiraz at Flemington in the Aurie Star. As well as best bets go for the day, my best at Flemington comes up in race 3. Most people are going to be punting around Her Story, the $2.70 favourite, but I think there's one at decent odds that could get up and surprise here. The Toppy Kudlin ran against Charmed Harmony last start, sat in 4th pretty much the whole way, never made ground. Every horse stayed in the same order pretty much in the run to home. So I don't think you can hold much against Cullen for not making ground on that occasion. And when you look at the overall time, they ran a second quicker than what the favourite did, Her Story in her race, which was 2 races prior. So if you're looking at one at odds, Coodlin at $14 and I think $4 for the place, which is nearly double what the favourite's going to pay for the win. Get on the toppy there in race 3. At Randwick, I've got one best of the day coming up, race 1. I really like the Chris Waller trained Winetails in that race. Now, I know this mare is going to be tuned up for races much longer than what she finds on Saturday, but I think, you know, if you've taken a lot of notice of Waller lately, you'll notice his horses can produce a big run first up. They taper off for a few runs, and then they hit their peak again, 4th, 5th, 6th runs from a spell. This horse can do the same. First up last time in a stakes grade race, she was extremely unlucky. Just has such a big turn of foot. If this horse can get a decent run, and there looks to be a lot of speed in that race, if you can sit behind them, get a cushy run, come to the outside and get an unimpeded run, I've got no doubt Winetails can finish over the top of this lot. So there's my best: Coodlin for Melbourne, Winetails for Sydney. The group races, we want Shiraz in the Aurie Star, Daytona Grey in the Spring Stakes, and in the Missile Stakes, Burbero. Hopefully that lot can steer you guys into a win on Saturday. You can make plenty of profit. Thank me next week, and that's it. Enjoy your Saturday of racing, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.